Paul here from PABrewNews, occupying my time a little bit. Actually, I'm going to go open a beer too, so what the hell, right? Look at that. Am I bleeding? Did I have a fucking radiation burn? Who absolutely knows? All I know is I got crap all over me already, and I just started. That's pretty fantastic. Might as well open a beer here. Dogfish Head's Pennsylvania Tuxedo from Milton, Delaware. A strong pale ale brewed with Pennsylvania spruce tips. So that's going to be definitely something good. Doing a little can't even talk. A little daddy daycare right now. Though my one daughter is a little ill, so having her home with me. So if you hear anything in the background, that's her watching some stuff. I'm gonna try to get rid of this whatever the hell is all over me real quick, so I can start a little bit fresher than looking like I just slit my wrist. I'm not saying I don't want to sometimes. I'm just saying I didn't. That's the important thing. Didn't. Take up the towels, clean all that off. Okay. Pretty sure you can see what's going on right now. We have a dark forest painting. I'm going to top up my paint thinner, which I have another jug outside, thankfully, because I'm almost out of this one. We have another dark forest painting with the black gesso and white gesso mixed together. Black, let it dry. Dot some gray on after you mix the black and white together to the consistency that you'd like. Dot that on. I didn't let it dry at all. Just took white there and started splotching white all over the place. Let that dry. Put the trees in, black and white gesso, and put little bushes in to just kind of break up the lines that I put in with all the black gesso. Let that dry completely, and then here we go. Something like that. Again, got the lights off overhead, so it's just basically mood lighting. So hopefully, pretty much, I mean there's a little glare, but hopefully there's less glare so you can see a little bit better. Gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna put phthalo blue. Yo, Terry, how you doing? I haven't done portraits. I used to draw back when I was in school, and I did some stuff like that, but I haven't painted anything, so I'll have to give it a go. What we're gonna try to do, I already started here. There's a thin, even coat of liquid clear, just to make it slick, easy to move, that bad. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put some, I think I'm gonna do a little phthalo blue around here, and a little crimson in here, and kind of just blend it together, and just kind of make a couple different variations of violet. That is what I'm going for right now. So right now, I was just kind of darkening up the corners a little bit with some blue. I mean, I don't really care what's going on right now. I don't care how it's gonna look. I have no care in the world. And that's how I kind of approach all my paintings. I just don't give a damn. Whatever it turns out with. You can do this with any transparent color that you want. There's a lot of transparent colors out there. You can even have it yellow, sunset, moonlight, it doesn't matter. I'm using a different style of crimson because the new Bob Ross crimson I just got, I'm not a big fan of the way it looks. Not a big fan. It just looks so brown, like brownish red, pasty. It just doesn't look right. It's hard to describe, it just doesn't look right. If you want the middle to remain more red than violet, then you're gonna have to not go back into that same area over and over again with this dirty brush. You're just not gonna do that. Lightly go over it. I don't care about blending color right now. I don't care if this gets violet, if it gets anything, I don't care. It's kind of like there's something way back right sitting there at the horizon, right about there, and it kind of emanates after that. You think you want to get a little bit more of a haze going on? Tap a little bit more crimson there. Just walk it around, and then that haze will get higher and higher and longer and bigger. You just roll it in. Sometimes rolling actually makes a lot of good effects too. Just roll it in, and then you can just make that crimson go a little bit further out of its range. Just like that. We're just Nice little thin, even coat of paint all over the canvas, just to build off of. That's all we're gonna do. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I just kind of slap it together. I'm in the mood to do something constructive. I already did my dishes, did beer review. Time to do some of this. Take it through some white, just a little bit. Try not to get too much on the brush. You can always add more, but it's the devil taking it off. Then you can go right into this. Don't try to go right in the center, but a little bit off. And then you can start putting your light spot in, which should always work as the crimson. It should work farther and farther out from where you started. Try not to go back into that area with this dirty brush, or it will ruin that light spot. And you can clean the brush, and you can add that white spot, that light spot over and over again, so you get the desired lightness. Clean it off, beat it. There he goes. A bit more white in there, right back into that light spot. Soft touch. Then you can just get a little bit more mean with it the more you go out and diffuse all these background trees you have going on here. Obviously, it's going to get darker and darker and darker the more you get to the corners. Roll it around. Roll around the base. Pick out some of the brush strokes. Like I said, you can blend this to any degree you'd like. Take a little bit of that, just the corner of the brush, take it through a little bit of that white, and then you can come over here and you can roll in basically things that would be fog, or you can even make them different bushes depending on what color you use. If you like, you kind of like that dark look with the white tips, you can make it a snow scene. You can even make it a winter scene. You can do whatever you want. Just take the corner of the brush, make little concentric circles, and just make a little soft fog that rolls through. Now's a good time. Lift them up, go across, just like that. Nice little foggy, misty area now. Clean off the brush. Okay, pretty much. Now we're going to start working on what the hell this is supposed to look like. So right now I'm going to take a little bit of dark color, a little bit of blacks, tap in, a little bit of that blue and crimson actually. Let's go right into that blue and crimson too. Make a interesting violet dark color. And right here we can just start tapping in little bushes, little things that kind of live here and there. Make a little bit of background trees, like things that kind of appear up. Stick a little bit higher. They live down there. All we're doing is just popping in some basic ideas. We can change anything we want at this point. Tap it here, a little bush that lives this way. Take a little line brush. I'm going to take it a little liner brush. That's what I got. It's pretty beat to death. Unfortunately, some of these brushes, after a while, they kind of give up the ghost a little bit. It happens. I'm going to go through here. I'm just going to find a little scratch in a little line here. Little sticks that live here and here. Sometimes it's nice when you get these beat up brushes, they're really firm. So if you're trying to scratch instead of just paint too, you can scratch things in instead of painting them. Because if you can actually scratch through the paint, you can expose the paint that you have beneath the canvas and make little nuances that way too. There's a little scrape up. So you scrape up, scrape down, however you want to do it. There's a big one here. Just like that. Just little nuances. Flick it. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong way to do this. As long as you're happy about doing it, it doesn't matter. There's some background stuff right there. Let's put a little bit of I'm gonna get a clean brush. Clean brush. Alright, gonna go into a little bit of the white. And a hint of those lavender colors too. Clean up the white, lavender colors, especially a little bit of red too. A little bit of the paint thinner just to thin it down a little bit. Tap it in. Okay, right here we can come here and just tap a little highlight on some of these. They're back down there a little bit. They're getting hit by whatever light kind of emanates and shoots through there. Don't overdo it though. It's got to be soft. Just like that. Right around. Something like that. A little bit more on this bush. So it kind of hangs out. You can hear her talking right there. Hopefully she's not too bad. Just a little. Something like that. And that gives you an idea of some background trees that are just hanging out there. Alright. I'm going to go into some more black, dark colors. What we got going on here. Browns. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. A lot of dark color. Because now we're going to start forming and start working around some bigger trees. Kind of hang out here. Live all around this. Block it in. Block in some of these colors. Really start forming up your idea of where the land lays. There's a big tree that kind of, hangs all the way down here. He's a big one. Maybe he'll have a big arm that kind of shoots that way. There you go. And every plane like this, every little plane that you put in will increase the idea of distance in your painting. You don't have to see everything, but it's all there. You can kind of get a sense of what's going on far back in the distance then. Alright, like I said, let's put some nice little trunks in these trees. A little bit more dark color. Just your dark colors. What I want to do is take one side and run it through some light color too. Maybe a little bit of that pink color too that we had going on. And you can just find out where you are and just like that. Okay. Perfect. If it's a little bit too bright for you, if you want a little bit nuance here, just come by and just graze the middle of it. Some darker color. Make it nasty. Give it a little foots. There's a foot that lives on that one. That's a hell of a foot. More dark color. Throw it through white. Maybe it connects. Maybe it's a big kind of like oak tree that kind of just has two big branches that stick off of it. Maybe another foot. Just come over here again. Something like that. That comes together. Lives right there. Just run down the center of it. Canvas will give you what it wants. It'll take what it wants and give you what it doesn't. Alright. Same thing with this one. A little bit of the white. Let's have a little small one that kind of lives right there. Bigger one right here. Something like that. Here's an idea. Something that kind of lives that way. A little light color. Give it a foot. Foot for you too. They gotta stand. Otherwise, if you don't give them foots, they'll fall over. You don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. There you go. I might keep that. Might use that brush a little later. Good. Over to another liner brush. Another equally beat up liner brush. Little paint thinner, dark color. Might as well just do these little arms and things that kind of stick out. Oh, just something to hold these branches up. And then they'll really stick out against that light color behind it. Because alternately we're playing dark against light, light against dark. Oh, big old brains that kind of live right there. One here, and then little dude is gonna hang down a little bit, saggy downs. Zip, 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 zip. Zip them from the darkness so they can make little branches. This one has a big one. Pushes that one back. And you can highlight these too, so they stick out a little bit better. Give them some branches each way. They don't all just stick out one side or the other. That one has a big branch, it kind of sticks out. A little highlight color. Might as well give it a highlight color. Probably not as bright as the color. Let's go a little bit brighter. There's all that dark color on there, so it's getting really gray. Just so you can see it. Now you can see them. Now you know they're there. See where the light hits them if you want to really put it down. Oh, it sticks right over that way. Look at that. Didn't know that did that. Do now. Woods. Okay, the oak tree or something right there. Run that way. Check its foots out. A couple of those. That's good. A little bit of dark color. Let's form this branch a little bit, a little shadow behind underneath it. Give it a little bit more strength. There we go. Just like that. Gives you some ideas of some big trees hanging out there. If you want to set them back a little bit, get that dark brush again, dark color. You can just knock some more trees and branches over here. Little dooders by its foots. Just like that. Good. Okay. I'm thinking I want some color. Browns. Maybe a little bit of violet color too. There. Right here, or a little bright. Little things, little grass and little dirt kind of lives here. Rocks. Build some rocks. Gives you an idea of land. And you can use that to build off of. You don't have to use anything you don't like. You can always work around it. Here. Something like that. Let's see. What am I seeing here? Let's see about a little bit of do it right about. I think this is where we're going to start using the other brush I said I would like to hang around with. Got some ideas going on here. First I gotta go and get me a little, excuse my reach, get me a fan brush. Go into a little bit of a liquid white that we have going on here. And my canister, put that up on the palette. Good. A little bit of that bluish color. I want to thin it down a little bit. Regular white too. Make a nice thin dark color. I don't want it pure white. I want a hint of crimson in it. Hint of crimson, hint of reds, not pure white. Well, I'd have to put a little bit more white in there because of all the colors that are mixed on the palette. But now we can just come over here, just find out where you're supposed to be, and oh, look at that. Oh, there's a little bit of a creek that's kind of being in and around, splashing and having a good time. Splashing. Push it up, let it splash and play, and just walk all the way over here. Oh. And it's mixing and getting darker and darker by mixing with the colors that you put on here initially. And it just gets darker and darker and more broody and more quiet. And there's always little rocks and stuff under the creeks that you can't see, and things just splash and play. Just like that. Just rub it all in. No, I didn't say rub one out, but you know, if you want to do that too, that's fine. Slightly soften a little bit. Soft. Clean your brush off, because you're done with that one now. That's good. Now, let's have some fun. Let's get all that dark color I said I was going to use here just a little bit. We'll pull it one direction through all this other color that mixed up, this light color. And we can start going, make little rocks and things here. Oh, and then a couple kind of stick way out here. And hold that water back. Another rock. Big boulders kind of sit here and play. I like making rocks. Rocks are fun. And with this way, you can make both boulders relatively easy. One kind of sits way up here by the tree. Sit down there. Oh, yeah. A little bit more color. Slide it through. You're just using highlights. Most of the dark color is already on the canvas. And that's why I like these little dark black canvas, dark forest paints. Because most of the work is done for you just with that gesso. Just with putting that gesso on there. A lot of your work and a lot of your hassle is already taken care of. That's good. Because I'm a lazy guy. Alright. Darken those stones up. I'm going to make sure that we know that's water and that's stone. Put a lot of rocks in there. And we're not done yet. We're going to add a little bit of color to this too. I like it dark like this though. I don't want to ruin it. I was thinking about making like an autumn one, but now I'm seeing this and I don't want to ruin it with a lot of color. So we're going to take the color that we had. We're just going to pull this right through green. We're just going to take that right through green, dash this liquid white with all the other different colors on it. We're just going to mix it together. And we're just going to use the liquid white to thin it out a little bit, just so it sticks. We're going to get darker and darker and darker the way we move away. So right now, we're just going to touch. We're going to make little ideas of grass that are going to sit around here. Use the corner of the brush and just touch. Touch little, clean up the foots of any rocks that you see. And remember to kind of like go with the land masses that you put in there. The lay of the land, follow it. Because if you put it the other direction, it's going to start looking weird on you and you're not going to be happy with it. You can do this before you put the rocks in. There's no reason why you couldn't do that. Might make it a little easier actually. But I don't know, I'm just going to form through. Make little rocks, little duders. Make, push up, make little bushes. push up a little bit. Oh, oh. Just like that. You make a little bush. Little bush here, a little bush there. A little bit more of that color, a little bit more of that green, so it's a little darker. And you can start walking this way. Making little bushes and stuff to kind of fit, work around the rocks. Have a good time. Just like that. Soft. Push a little bush here. Work around the foots. There. Good. Okay. Again, we're going to go through a little bit of that white. I'm going to lighten it up. Pull it through some green. If you want to put a little yellow or anything in that, you can too. But we're just going to it's almost like a big old weeping willow or something like that in there. How it kind of hangs down. Just going to use all this liquid white because these are going to be kind of hitting the sunlight a little bit. So only do this sparingly though. Don't do every single one or it'll lose the effectiveness of what you're trying to do. Let the sunlight or moonlight or whatever you're using just zing on a couple on the outside. Then darker as you go inside. Just like that. Here. Now we're going to go more green. Full on green. Let's go full green. And full paint thinner. We really want to slap some paint on here now. Okay. Where you can see, put some more green on there. Just like that. This side too. We'll close her off. We'll call her, almost call her done. Just work around. Alright, okay. Tap a little. What I'm doing is I kind of wrap the painting around the whole thing. So all I'm doing now is just tapping some green around. Just around the sides, just to kind of complete the painting on the sides. Now here, on this side, maybe I'll take a little bit of that brush, just a slew of white that we have just kind of here in this corner, and I can just come over here and just continue it on this side. Just like that. And just like that. And then that way, okay. Wipe that excess paint off. That little clear and clean up the foot of that rock. Put some touch rock there. Same thing with this one. There. Now we have it completely wrapped around, at least the sides anyway. I didn't do the top and the bottom, but at least the sides there. We got it completely wrapped around painting. I'm going to come over here real quick. Beat the devil out of that thing. Put that brush back. This one again. This brush, the dark color brush. Beat the devil out of it. If you see anything else you want, especially when you have these lighter colors to play with here now too, since we have so much dark on the canvas, run through there and just, if you want to just find a little bit. But be careful, you don't want a lot. There. Especially in the darker spots, let them stick around the rocks. You're basically scratching with these hard brushes, the way they're kind of worn out, but still make little cool little things. Scratch a little sticks. Clean up. Scratch here. Especially these, like I said, these dark colors, they really pop well when you put them in the, with the light colors really pop when you put them in the dark colors, in the dark areas. So sit and stand. just like that. The more little details that you put in there, the more depth you have, the more kind of character the painting has. So pretty much like that. Hey, nailed my 30-minute mark. Anyway, this has been painting with PABrewNews. Got a little dark forest painting here. Let me pick it up, see if we can see the wrong button. But here's the little dark forest paint we just made. So hopefully you'll enjoy that one. The kid did a really good job being quiet and all that jazz. So we'll put that there. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Painting with PABrewNews, episode 22. And thought we'd come up with a really cool little dark forest painting that hopefully you guys enjoyed. Anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Thanks, Terry. Glad you enjoyed it. Cheers. Bye-bye. Boop.